Hey, what's up, whānau? I just want to address this here. So this is a Husqvarna X-Cut full chisel chain, and it says on the box that you need to run a 5.5mm file. So that's it there. That's the 5mm file that you should run on this chain. But I wanted to let you know the reason why I don't run a 5.5mm file on a brand new Husqvarna X-Cut full chisel chain. I run 3 different types of files. So I'm finding that the 5.5 on a brand new chain is too big for the tooth, and I'm about to show you the reason why. I find that I run a 4.8mm file and a 5.2mm file to start with, and then I'll use the 5.5mm file to open the tooth all the way up. But I'll just show you the reason why I don't use a 5.5mm file straight off the bat, sharpening a brand new full chisel X-Cut chain. I'll just show you right now. Okay, hey, what's up everybody? This is a 5.5mm file. So if you have a look here, see that? The file's too big for the tooth. So that's the reason why I don't run a 5.5mm file to begin with on a brand new Husqvarna X-Cut full chisel chain. See that? See the gap there? Look at that. See? That's a 5.5mm file. So if I change that file to a 4.8, you'll find that sits in there much better. See that? Sits in there a lot better, doesn't it? So that's what I'll run, that's what I'll use to begin with on a brand new Husqvarna X-Cut full chisel chain or semi-chisel chain. I'll run the smaller files first, and then I'll start stepping it up to a larger file, to a bigger file. So that's a 4.8mm file. Then I'll step it up to a 5.2mm file. So if you have a look there, see the gap? But once you start sharpening, that gap will start to close up and you'll start to reshape your tooth to a bigger file. It'll start to, that actually looks pretty good there. But yeah, I'll still use a 4.8mm file and then open up my tooth to a 5.2 and then step it up to a 5.5mm file. So I'll use three different types of files for that one tooth. Now I'll be using, hang on, I'll just show you this. So here I'll be using a 5.5mm file about 1/3 of the way through of the tooth. So I'll sharpen the tooth up to about 1/3, and then that tooth will be fully open for a 5.5mm file, and that's what I use to cut timber with. But yeah, to begin with, I use my smaller files first, and then I step it up to a bigger file. So I'll just let you know the reason why I use a smaller file first. So the 4.8mm file, then I'll step it up to a 5.2mm file to a 5.5mm file. Explain the reason why. So with the smaller files, I'll keep the hook. So more hook on the tooth, this is just my opinion. More hook on the tooth means it cuts faster, but it doesn't last as long, which means I'll need to sharpen the tooth a lot more frequently. So that's more hook on the tooth, cut faster, but less efficient. Then I start stepping it up, I start bringing the tooth up a bit more. So less hook on the tooth, this is just my opinion, means that it'll cut slower, but it's more efficient, and I'm finding that it holds its edge a lot longer, so less sharpening. That's the reason why I step it up to a 5.5mm file, and I'll run that tooth all the way till it's finished. So 1/3 of the way through of the tooth, I'm in there with my 5.5mm file. But to begin with, on a brand new chain, I'll use a 4.8 and a 5.2mm file. I hope that helps. I had a question what size files I use. So these are the three main files that I use here: 4.8, 5.2 and a 5.5 millimeter file on a Husqvarna X-Cut full chisel semi-chisel chain. Hope that helps. Cool as. Catch you guys later.